them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The fine to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, then thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clayton. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clayton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. Open man here is Conklin. Not much there, only a yard. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift. Oh, fighting off the defender.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Clayton. Escaping the pressure right. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get this off to Swift.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Clayton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Now this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Second down at 4. Back to throw. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Strong running at the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. So that'll back them up 5. To the air again, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Off play action. Clayton eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Off the play fake. Clayton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On play action, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. A final shot before the break, Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They snap it to Fields, going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clayton.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Kevin King with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Fields.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw left side, complete to Bird. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down. Clayton. Throw caught here by Bird. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Clayton. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Clayton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Clayton. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 50, here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Fields. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action, Fields. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing again is Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
7 yards, the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Bears are right back in this football game. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Fields on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one, because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action. Clayton. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Gets past one man. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
On 2nd and 10, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, Fields. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Clayton. Johnson's got it complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Going to get this to Cohen, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. From midfield now on 2nd down. Fields. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone, as time has run out on this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big